Democrats have panned 45's budget proposal as dead on arrival, basically, because it was. The Democrats quickly panned 45's fiscal year 2021 budget proposal on Monday, pledging that it was dead on arrival on Capitol Hill. The $4.8 trillion plan includes cuts that would break with a two-year budget deal agreed to by both the White House and congressional leadership. Senate Minority Leader Charles Schumer, or also known as Chuck, Democrat from New York, called 45's proposal a double cross of the Americans. 45 promised to help during his last week's State of the Klan speech address. As typical as it is, 45's budget shows that his Klan of the Union address was nothing but lie upon lie to the American people, Schumer said in a statement. Well, I'm not surprised. 45 has told over 16,000 lies. Senator Sheldon Whitehouse is a Democrat from Rhode Island. His pitching reforms to Congressional's budget process called the White House proposal dead on arrival. It's merely a political stunt to gratify extremists in his party, he added. Democrats are taking aim, in particular, at efforts in the proposal to eliminate the deficit over a 15-year period by cutting domestic spending and reining in how much funding goes to Medicaid and Medicare. That includes capping or blocking granting Medicare benefits, adding work requirements to medical and anti-poverty programs, or implementing changes that lower the cost of Medicare and Medicaid in general. This would result in a $700 billion cut to Medicaid, though the administration said the decline in projected spending was the result of savings and efficiencies, which it's not. Senator Bernie Sanders, who's an independent from Vermont, a 2020 White House hopeful and the ranking member of the Budget Committee, blasted 45's proposal as an immoral document and pledged that it would be rejected by Congress. The 45 budget does not see a problem in this country. Does not see a problem in this country. It cannot somehow make worse. Unless, of course, the problem is that the wealthiest families, largest corporations in this country haven't gotten enough tax cuts, or that the military-industrial complex isn't raking in profits that are obscene enough, Sanders said in a statement. 45's budget proposal also proposes steep cuts to several departments, including a 37% cut for the Commerce Department, 26% cut for the Environmental Protection Agency, and a 21% cut to the State Department and Foreign Aid. At a time when we are faced with a global threat with the coronavirus, the 45 administration is doubling down on its efforts to gut the very programs that are needed to protect American lives. This is not just short-sighted; it's actually dangerous, says Senator Bob Menendez, a Democrat from New Jersey. The top Democrat on the Foreign Relations Committee said in a statement. Squadral budgets are routinely ignored on Capitol Hill, where both the House and Senate will pen their own fiscal 2021 spending bills, but they give the administration a chance to unveil its political wish list and underscore its priorities heading into the November elections. Democrats quickly put the budget proposal in the context of the looming election, where both the White House and control of Congress is up for grabs. Democratic National Committee Chairman Tom Perez called 45's proposal morally bankrupt. The 45 administration is a broken record. We keep hearing the same tune over and over, and this year is no exception. It's time for a squatter who puts the middle class first, he said in the statement, which we know 45 would never do. The Democratic Senatorial Campaign Committee tried to connect the budget proposal to Republicans who were up for re-election in November. The White House's budget is a plan that reflects Republican priorities in 2020. Keep attacking vital programs like Medicare, Medicaid, and Social Security, said Stuart Loss, a spokesperson for the DSCC.